Hi, 7th grade. Today is Monday's lesson, and it's the last lesson in our filling and wrapping unit. Today we're going to be looking at lesson 4.5, which is the volume of cones and pyramids. Our gotta check is actually going to be in the applications or in the homework section. We're going to do a gotta check page 85, number 12. And your homework for today is the volume of pyramids and cones worksheet, and your bell ringer is page 61, number 23. Okay, so as we take a look at our volume of pyramids and cones, I actually have a little experiment I want to run. And when we look at the volume of a cone or the volume of a pyramid, we're always comparing it to the volume of either a rectangular prism or a cylinder of the same size. So as I'm taking a look at my cylinder here, what you can see is I have a cylinder, okay, kind of a relatively basic cylinder here. And then I have a cone, okay, and my cone is the exact same height and radius as my little cylinder container. If you look in here, okay, that's going to fit pretty much exactly inside, okay. This is one of the neatest formulas because it's super easy to remember the formula if you've seen this experiment. And the question is, how many cones will it take to fill up the cylinder? You take your guess, and we're going to find out. So I'm going to use my little scooper to fill up the cylinder. So I'm going to scoop in a whole bunch of little beans here, and we'll pour these into the cylinder, okay? At this stage, we can see that the cylinder is not quite half full. So that was one cone. Let's do another one. So I'm going to pour in cone number 2. And we can see now that the cylinder is more than half full, but not quite all the way full. And I'm going to pour in my third cone. And what we're going to find is now the cylinder is completely full. So what we see is that if I look at the cone, 3 cones will equal the volume of one cylinder of the same size. The formula for a cone is, imagine if we take the formula for the volume of a cylinder and we divide it by 3. That will give us the volume for the cone. So the volume for the cone is our volume for our cylinder, which is pi times radius squared times height divided by 3. Since it takes 3 cones to fill up a single cylinder. All right, let's put this into practice. Oh no, I spilled some beans. That's okay. It'll be fine. Let's put this into practice and actually try some problems. So this works for volume of both cones and pyramids. So what we're going to find is our volume equals 1/3 the area of the base times the height. Or sometimes we write that as the area of the base times the height divided by 3. Okay, let's try an example with a cone. So I'm going to take a cone and I'm going to give it a radius of 3. And I'm going to make it kind of a tall cone. And I'm going to give it a height of 12. Okay, and let's assume that these are all centimeters. So I'll write that in there. Okay, so the volume of my cone is going to be 1/3 the area of the base times the height. And the area of the base, since it's a circle, is going to be pi r squared. So my specific formula for the volume of a cone is going to be pi r squared times height divided by 3, okay, or 1/3 pi r squared times height. Let's plug in and see how this works. So my volume is going to equal pi times 3 squared, because that is my radius, times my height of 12, and all divided by 3, okay? If I do this side, 3 squared is 9, divided by 3 is 3, times 12 is 36. So my exact answer is 36 pi. But let's get an approximate answer. So my approximate answer is 36 times 3.14, and that will give me an approximate answer of around 113.04 cubic centimeters. Okay, so again, I have an exact answer here, and I also have an approximate answer. Okay, let's try your Gotta Check and see how it goes. So your Gotta Check is on page 85. And this time we're looking at number 12. So you're looking at a pyramid. Remember, no different. The formula is exactly the same, except the area of your base in this case is going to be a rectangle. So if I look at my pyramid, I'll do my best at drawing it here. It has one side of 4 centimeters, one side of its base of 5 centimeters, and it has a lovely height of 6 centimeters. Okay, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Okay, I'm going to use my same formula for my volume of my pyramid. So my volume of my pyramid is base, the area of the base, times height divided by 3. So let's take a look and see how this works. My base is a rectangle, so the area of my base is going to be 4 times 5. And that's the area of the base. And then I need to multiply that by my height, so I have a height of 6. Sorry folks, I think this was centimeters, so it has a height of 6. And then last but not least, I'm going to divide this by 3. So if I simplify this guy, I have 4 times 5 is 20, 20 times 6 is 120, 120 divided by 3 is 40. So my volume is 40 cubic centimeters. Okay, it's time to try your homework. So tonight you are doing 4.5 volume of pyramids and cones worksheet, and your bell ringer is page 61, number 23. Bye, 7th grade. See you tomorrow.